Good morning! I hope everyone's doing well. I'm sorry, Johns, I got excited. I started early. Oh dear, welcome on in though. I hope everyone had a happy new year. Oh dear, and Bateman, and NT, and ISO, and Anime, welcome on in. I hope you're all doing well. I'm sorry that I took so long off. I got very sick. It happens. It's that time of year. Probably also a lot of things were a bit janky because I've had 2 weeks off. So I know my camera's moved. I don't remember moving it, but it's definitely moved. Happy New Year's! Happy New Year's! I hope everyone had a good New Year's. I hope everyone had a fun time, whatever you decided to do. I did stay up till midnight, only just. I went to sleep nearly immediately after, but that's normal for me. I always go to sleep just after midnight. I can't handle that late. Don't apologize, you're old. I am. For those who aren't aware, I had bronchitis. Well, I had COVID, and then I got post-COVID bronchitis. I'm still quite rumbly in the chest, but as you can see, I'm talking without coughing, so we're doing a lot better. I think it'll probably still be a couple weeks until I'm like completely better. Because I'm still going up and down the stairs. I feel like a very old lady. I did not used to get puffed out going up and down the stairs, but now I need to take a little break at either side. But here, this is fine. Oh my god! Damn! Happy New Year! You're also unwell. Oh my god, everyone's sick. To be fair, it does seem like a lot of people got sick over the holidays this year. I hope you get better soon, and thank you so much for the 32 months. And thank you for the lurk, Bateman. I went to bed at 10:30. I was so tired. Yeah, normally that's like 10:30 is when I normally go to sleep. So I was staying up an extra hour and a half. I can kind of do that, but any later than that, I'm like, nah. And Mr. Bargains, welcome on in. How are you feeling today? I am feeling a lot better than I was. Yeah, what happened was, because obviously I did come back for a couple streams, so I'd had COVID. I tested negative for COVID after being quite ill with it for at least a few days, and then I was starting to get better. I tested negative, all good. And that's when I came back to streaming. And then I started getting worse again. And I was like, oh no, what's going on? But it was bronchitis. We were a little worried because I have weak lungs anyway. Unfortunately, I'm at a slightly higher risk for that sort of stuff. But all things considered, it wasn't too bad. I survived. It was a rough week, and then it's been fine. And I had lots of support. I had Shiny. I had my family. This is the thing of having family that work in the NHS. They were like, right, message me. What's your oxygen levels? What are you doing now? What are you doing now? And I'd be like, it's this. I'm fine. But yeah, it was something. It was nice. It meant that I was very safe the whole time. Oh, Happy New Year! I hope you're also starting to feel better. Shifty's also been ill. I hope you're starting to feel better soon as well. I've seen you've been streaming more. And Go! Happy New Year! Welcome on in! I'm feeling icky. Oh, bless you, Isis. I hope you feel better soon as well. God, everyone who's sick at the moment, I hope we all feel better soon. Oh dear. And Matt, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. Happy New Year. Dear, big Happy New Year. I hope everyone had a good New Year's. I wonder, does anyone have any New Year's resolution? I can go first. No? I have some goals for next year, but I don't have any resolutions. And I'll be honest, I've kind of already started working on them like a couple months ago, so I don't know if that counts, but goals, resolutions, they're similar. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. You have 20? Wait, are you doing that for your own stream that I've missed, or are you happy to share them? I'm curious. What is 20 New Year's resolutions? Jesus Christ, you're changing everything. You mean for oh, true, yeah, this year, not for next year. This year. Sorry, I'm like 2 weeks behind. Ignore me. I got COVID right before Christmas, so I'm just like, I'm still living as if it's before Christmas. We've still got Christmas dinner in the freezer that I need to like defrost because we had all the stuff for it, and then it was like, obviously I am not well enough to make or eat it. So yeah, we've still got Christmas dinner. We've got a whole cheesecake down there. Everyone grab some Lemsip. Everyone grab Lemsip. I also have goals. Oh, what are your goals? I'm assuming one of them is going to be to compete at Paris, if I had to guess. Oh dear. I have a goal of walking 1,000. Jesus, Mr. Bargains. Like 3 miles a day then, or just over 3 miles a day. That is quite a goal. But I do feel like that's achievable. Or at least getting close to it would be very achievable, right? Like 3 miles a day, I can do 3 miles when I'm well. And I'm not particularly fit. It'd be the everyday, that's a commitment, but good luck. I hope that it goes well. 20 New Year's resolutions. 20 New Year's resolutions? What are you changing? Also, I apologize in advance. I am still going to be coughing. I'm a lot better than I was. Like last week, I couldn't speak without coughing, so I was just literally silent for several days. It was great. Like Shiny would be like, "You want tea?" And I'd be like, "Do you need anything?" And that'd be about it. Good, thank you so much. No, good luck. I hope that it goes well. I would like to do some more walking this year. I'm not setting it as a New Year's resolution as such. More like I just want to get into the habit of doing regular exercise. If it's walking, that's fine for me. Oh my god, Forza! Welcome on in. Only second month for Clappy. Oh, bless you. Welcome on in. Happy New Year. I hope your New Year's has gone well so far. I'm taking to go to bed, so hopefully this afternoon we'll do some craftness. I think that's a good call. If you're not feeling well, like, you know, push it through. They're like goals, things I want to do. Oh, if it's goals, I've got a few goals. I'm going to go over mine later on stream because they do kind of involve revealing some stuff. Also, thank you so much for the hype train. I'm assuming that's just because everybody subbed again. I appreciate it. It's very kind of you. Hype. I want to get my surgery done this year, and then I want to do my biggest and best cosplay ever, win in the Paris, and then I also want to get my... Oh my god. Anime. Hell. Good luck. Those are all very exciting goals, though. Big life changes, but like, cool. Heckin' good luck. Oh dear. And also really, really good luck for getting into Paris. I really hope that you do. I had such a good experience. I just want everyone to have that same experience. Happy New Year to you, Dee. Thank you. Pushing it through. Yeah, just push that country. Like, what is it? You drink lots of water and then you piss out the sickness. Push it through. That was the other thing. Even if I had felt well last week, every time I had a coughing fit, I would immediately need the toilet. There was like no gap, so I had to like every single time I'd have a coughing fit, I'd be like, I have to go. So streaming would have been very, very difficult because like, yeah, I would have just been like, guys, I've coughed, I must go. Every like 15 minutes. I'm very excited as well. Hell yeah! Have you got any petals to do for this costume? No. We are going to go over that later, so I should actually mention it for anyone who's not in the Discord. I've refunded all the points for the guessing the next costume. The reason is we would have been hitting about the 30-day mark right now, and I've had to take so much of this month off that it just doesn't really feel fair to have you guys putting in points. And I think at this point it would have been pretty much impossible for you to get it anyway. So yeah, I refunded all the points for that. If you did put points towards it, you should get it back. I'm just going to talk about the costume later. What I will say, for any cosplayers in the community, another cosplayer has done this exact same cosplay idea, and I promise we both came up with the ideas separately of each other. I did not know they were doing it and copy them. But my design does look quite different to theirs. Someone else has decided to do a version of a character, and I'm doing the same version of the same character, but mine is a little bit more historically inspired, where theirs is a bit more modern. So the designs overall do, thankfully, look quite different. But yeah, any cosplayers in chat, I'm aware another cosplayer has just done this costume. And I promise I didn't copy them, it was just a coincidence. But again, it looks different. Oh, yeah, it's been me. Oh dear. New cosplay, yes, although we won't be starting for a few months, but I've been doing a lot of the designing so that I have an idea of what fabrics to order in and what extra bits to order in and all that kind of stuff, and then I'll be ordering those in over the next couple months. Yeah, so we've been starting it. It's been started, but yeah, of all the costumes, that being said, what I would say is it's been really nice to see someone else do the same thing as you for once. I'm so used to doing obscure cosplays that no one else is making that it kind of shocked me that someone else was doing the same thing as me. And yeah, it was really nice to see their interpretation of it because it is very different to mine, but seeing theirs has then inspired me further with mine, so it's all good. It's all good. Shane, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. we are just having a bit of a welcome. Happy New Year's. Ah, dear. And Trenton, Happy New Year's. I hope you're both doing well. Welcome on in. 10k steps for as many days in a row I can physically can. Oh, hey. Shifty, thank you so much for gifting us up to Gran and pushing us into a tier 2 hype chain. Oh dear, it's very heckin' kind of you. Thank you, thank you. Oh dear. 10k steps for as many days in a row as I physically can. Yeah, that's fair. I remember at work we used to do 20k steps a day, and like we didn't even notice it because we were there for so long, like 11-hour shifts on your feet. You do walk a lot. I remember like people with pedometers be like, I've walked 20k steps today, and I was like, Jesus, have we? But like you get so used to it that you don't even realize. I hope it happens like that for you too, that you just do so many steps you don't even realize you've done it. Oh dear. Is anyone else? Also, it's 2 seconds. I'm just gonna blow my nose. I don't want you to have to hear it. You could, oh actually wait, you could look at this. For some reason all the ducks are in presents and I'm not exactly sure why. Look at this while I blow my nose quickly. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, I'm not gonna subject you to my nose blowings. Yeah, I don't know what's happening with the ducks, honestly. Like, I don't know why they're like this. I turned it on this morning and this is what my ducks look like. And I don't know. They don't look like ducks to me. But I guess they are ducks. Somehow. I'm not sure if I meant to like get them out of the... Oh, I can. Okay. Oh, do you want to unpresent the ducks then? Oh my god, this is gonna take forever! Look at all you, your gifts. Can I get these ones down here? I can't get the ones on the ground. Oh, there goes Sonny and SJS. Oh my god. Oh, thank you for the egg smash. Yeah, I can't get those ones down there. They're just, we know it's vile. Oh my god, there's even more. Why are there so many ducks? There you go. Okay, there we go. Sonic. Okay. There we go. Ducks are unpackaged. I feel happy now. Ah, dear. Jason, welcome on in. That's a lot of wet presents. It is. And how's it going? It's going all right. I've had bronchitis. That's why I've been away for so long. But I am starting to do a bit better now, thankfully. It's Easter soon. Oh, God. The year's just poof, moving around. And Scott, thank you for the egg. I didn't notice it was you. Thank you. Welcome on in. I hope you had a good New Year's. Oh, I hope everyone had a good New Year's. I don't know if anyone has any exciting New Year's resolutions. I really like the walking one. I think that sounds like a really good idea. I don't know. It'd be cool if you had somebody else doing something similar as well, because then you could race. You'd be like, who got more steps today? I got more steps today, kind of thing. But maybe that's just me being competitive. I think that'd be fun. You want to do our end of the year roundup then? I don't want to go too soon because I want to give people a chance to like get in and be here if they want to be here. But I do have some slides. I have like a little, wait, let me show you. Look, see? We have a little, you can see my hands in case I want to do anything. But we have a little 2022 recap screen. And they have some slides for it. And we have some information and some stuff that's happened over the last year. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I don't know. I feel bad if we go too soon though. Because, yeah, then people can't get in. But if people are interested, you know what? We'll go through it. Hand cam, yeah, hand cam. Hand cam with tea right now. All right, you know what? Let's start it. Let's start our New Year's recap. So first of all, this was a really good year for us here. You love the mug? Thank you. All of my mugs are gifts. So if ever you see a mug at 99, it's either a gift or it's like, there was one I think that was given to me because I wanted to buy it and they gave it to me really instead. I think nearly every single mug I have is a gift. This one is also a gift. Right. First stats are the Twitch stats. The stats that we might have seen some of them already, but here's a general one. Here's the general stuff that we did on Twitch last year. we had a lot of new people join. Welcome in all the new people from the last year. So yeah, we had 1,600 new followers, which is a lot of new followers. It's the most followers I've ever had in a year. Thank you so much everyone who did join. Oh, and thank you again for the hype train. It's very kind of you all. Get your emotes. Get your heckin' emotes. Oh dear. We did hit a concurrent viewer average of 48, which I do think was probably helped by that one time we were on the front page of Twitch, because that does seem a little high to me as well. But like, yeah, we hit a pretty high average viewer count last year. Last year I started most of my streams, the average viewership would be low 20s, so that is quite a big boof over the year. Majumpers, Happy New Year! I hope you're doing well. You followed for a raid from Ariel? We've had a lot of lovely people meet us from raids from here, there, and everywhere, and it's been really nice. We streamed 832 hours last year, which is a bit higher than the Twitch one said, because I don't think it counted December. So I counted December, 832 hours, which is a lot. Last year I did actually have a goal to try and hit 1,000 hours streaming, which obviously I didn't hit, but I would still say I got pretty close to with 832. Like, I'm proud of that. That's a lot of hours streamed. This year I will again be trying to get it, but I'm not too worried. I just want to get close to it once. We raised over $1,000 for charity. We actually also, on top of that, raised the most for a single campaign that we ever have with the Starlight Foundation this year. We raised $696.69, and that is the most we've ever done for one single charity campaign. So that was amazing. That was very happy. That was a big goal, and that was very, very cool. We didn't have the goal last year, but it is nice to be able to do stuff like that. Of course, we entered and competed at TwitchCon EU, which at the beginning of last year, I didn't know that I was going to do that. I knew I was making a costume for a competition, but I originally thought I was going to be entering crowns. And then it was only when they announced they were going to do EU cosplay competition, because it's the first year they've ever done it, that we were like, oh, okay, let's switch trajectory and go for that instead, because I'm on Twitch all the time and it just makes sense for me. So yeah, we weren't even this time last year going to end TwitchCon, but we did it. And I'm very glad that we did, because it was amazing and we had a really good time. We had a lot of new clips. Over 100 new clips in a year. That's quite a lot, guys. Thank you for all the clips. I'm not going to watch any of them now. Unfortunately, I wanted to go through the top 10 of clips made last year, but the one in first place was made by me, and you know what? I'm not that up my own ass. And also, I hate that clip. Sorry. Oh my god, excuse me, that's the bronchitis. I'm pretty much over it, but it's still there. Yay for clips. Yay for clips. I don't know how other streamers feel about this. I find it really hard to watch my own clips. The clip that's ended up being the most watched clip from last year, I literally only made so I could send it to Shiny and ask if it was okay for me to keep that VOD on Twitch. That's the only reason. And yeah, it just happens to now be the most viewed one. And I think it's Vile's fault, if I remember. The reason of that, because Vile found it and then sent it to everyone. So if you want to blame somebody, you can blame Vile. Oh dear. I find it hard to. Yeah, I find it very hard to watch my own clips. And again, I would, but I know what the number one is, and I don't want to ever have that play on my stream again. Oh dear. And then yeah, we had 2.4 million minutes watched. I don't know if I spelled minutes right there, but that's fine, ignore it. Minutes. 2.4 million, which that's a lot. That's a hell of a lot. Oh, Art Callie, welcome on in. Thank you so much for the follow. We're actually just going over everything we did last year. And like some statistics and stuff like that. But yeah, we did, I don't know, I'll be honest, last year was such a hard year off stream in a lot of ways. I'm not going to go heavy into it, because I think a lot of people already kind of know what was happening with me. We lost quite a few people in my family, would be the bracket. And it was very much bam, 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 one after the other. Zay, Happy New Year! I hope you're doing well. Welcome on in. I hope your New Year's was good. So I did take quite a few breaks in streaming. I had some pretty rough streams where I got horrible news midstream, and it was pretty consistent, unfortunately, from about June to October. It was non-stop. And so it was a very, 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 very long, hard period of time. So there's always going to be the part of me that looks back at this year and be like, that was really hard. But when I look at the stuff that I've done on Twitch, when I look at the stuff that, you know, I've done outside of all that, in many ways it's my best year ever. Like, it's such an up and down, and that, like, I've had some of the best periods of my adult life this year on Twitch with the stuff that we've done, with the trips that we've been on. We went on holiday. Like, I have not been abroad for like 8 years. And so this year, I going abroad, that was a big thing for me. I haven't been abroad since, 7 years. I haven't been abroad since I was 20. And I'm 27 now. So it was pretty good. That's amazing. And to be able to compete abroad as well, to make the biggest costume that I've ever made and do it in front of an audience, that was all really amazing stuff. And also, a lot of stuff happened in my own life, which has been really positive as well, which we'll go over in a minute. But yeah, I don't know. I just really appreciate everyone having been here this year, even though I've had to take a lot of breaks and I've needed a lot of time off. And I've maybe not always been the happiest. I really appreciate everyone sticking by me, because I think if I hadn't done the stuff that I'd done this year on Twitch, this year would have been one of the worst years of my life, easily. But because of everything we did here, because of entering the competition, because of going abroad, because of all the charity streams, because of all the stupid stuff we did here, it actually made it a really fun year. And yeah, I really appreciate it. Oh dear. Did you have a good New Year's Day? I hope that it was good. Or at least chill. Okay, those are our first stats. The second stat, the most important stats, were the most used emotes. The most used emotes. So for within the channel, I feel like this one's probably not too much of a surprise. It's the dance emote. Of course it is. Dance emote's the most used within the channel. I mean, Nightbot used it a lot, but then also, like, I do see that one a lot. So from my point of view, I'm like, yeah. And it was the most used by about 4,000. So it was quite easily in the lead. Outside of the channel, it was the clapping emote, which I was a little surprised about, until I realized a lot of people from this stream also watch a lot of music streams, and I can imagine a clapping emote being a little bit more useful in those kind of streams. So yeah, outside the channel by quite a ways as well, the clapping emote was the most used. There we go. Some most used emotes. Also, Zero, Happy New Year. I hope your New Year was good. I liked your pizzas. They looked great. Sorry. I am alive, I promise. I'm just, you know, getting some of the sickness out of me still. I'm still alive though. But yeah, those were our most used emotes. Heck, and thank you so much for spreading my emotes out on Twitch and using them in other people's channels. I appreciate it. I'm glad that you liked the animated ones because they were really fun to make. Oh dear, right, let's get rid of those. The third stats, that's me, isn't it? Yeah, the stuff that I've done. I bought a house this year and I moved into it. This is the house. We are still renovating it. But I did buy it. I did move into it. This is my house, mine. I didn't make this house, but I did buy it. I bought a house. That's probably the biggest thing that happened this year because that's a lot of work. We actually we put in the offer and finalized a lot of stuff within the first couple weeks, which was February last year, but we didn't move in until August. It took a really long time for the people we were buying from to sort their stuff out, which means there was like a good 3 or 4 months of hearing nothing back. And then right before TwitchCon, they were like, you need to move in. You need to get the keys right now. We're finishing this in within a week. And we were like, we're going away. There's all this other stuff happening. What do you mean we need to get the keys right now? It was very, very, very intense. But I think it is always a difficult time buying a house. But I'm so glad we got it. Sounds like you're getting better. I am, thank you. Oh my god, I was so ill. But we're getting there. Not only did you build the house, it sounds like you kicked down several of its walls. I did! I kicked down lots of walls in this house. I positioned myself behind the wall and then I just out my legs and I kicked the walls down. It's great. I enjoyed it a lot. We met lots of streamers and cosplayers. Yeah! So this year, I would say, has been a really good year for meeting people. I've met a lot of other streamers. I've been able to chat with a lot of other streamers and crafters. And then also, I met a lot of people in real life at TwitchCon. So not only have I met people online, I met people in person. And again, that's not something that I do very often. I barely leave the house. So like leaving and meeting people was really, really cool. Again, it's just such a lovely experience. I genuinely recommend it to anyone. Like, it's so nice just to be able to actually chat with the people that you've been talking to online for so long. And yeah, I had a really lovely time. I did the biggest costume I've ever made. I did do that. That was a big costume. Mateus was a big build. The next one is arguably going to be like as far as like the intensity of the building, even bigger, but I think physically it's going to be smaller, thankfully. Ah, dear. Oh, but yeah, and I fully prioritize my health. For the first time since I had chronic migraines, I prioritized my health a little bit more. And that was by, technically I was unfit for work, but like leaving of my own volition when I knew that I couldn't keep working there anymore. And also like, again, just pushing forward on the next treatment and all that kind of stuff, of which I do actually have some really good news about. I wasn't sure if I was going to wait a little bit to tell you all, but you know what? I'm really excited about it, so I want to share it. For those who aren't aware, I have chronic migraines. I've had chronic migraines for nearly 7 years now. They are migraines nearly every single day for 7 years straight. It's obviously, if you ever had a migraine, you know how debilitating it is. So having them every single day is very disabling, stops you doing a lot of things. For me in particular, it's really affected my eyesight, as well as my balance. So it's difficult for me to get out of the house on my own. And it's very, very painful. And I also don't like feeling sick all the time. It's a nasty condition. I have had all the medical, like all of the different tablets and stuff that you can try to get it under control, and unfortunately none of them have worked. And so I've been on the waiting list for Botox. Last couple months ago, I had my interview with the neurologist to like whether or not I'd be a good candidate for it, and they gave me the all clear. But the waiting list for Botox is very, very, very long. It could very easily be over a year, maybe even longer. Unfortunately, because they have to get you in consistently every few months, the waiting list is really, really long. It was 10 months wait just to get the interview over the phone. So you can imagine having to see a face-to-face appointment every 3 months. It's years wait, really. And I knew that. I knew it was going to be a really long time. However, I had a little chat with my family. They wanted to talk to me before Christmas, and they have put some money aside so that they can pay for my treatment. Which means rather than waiting years to get better, I will actually hopefully be getting better starting April this year. Which is a really, really good thing. There's no way of thanking them. I'm in a very fortunate position because, yeah, obviously I have people that are like, we'll pay for it for you. Not everyone's in that position, and I do want to be clear that for a lot of people with chronic migraine, they do have to wait years for this treatment. But I won't have to anymore. So starting this year, we will be starting Botox. I know that. I need to decide where I want to go, because obviously we'll be taking it private, and because we're paying for it, but it could be the same doctor that I would have talked to anyway. We'll just be taking it somewhere else. And yeah, it means that this year, hopefully, I don't want to get everyone's hopes up too much, but it's a really positive thing, and I'll explain why. It has a 70% rate of fixing it. So 70% of people with Botox will have marked improvement for their migraines. 30% don't. If I happen to be one of the 30% though, it's not the worst thing in the world, because after that you go through stomach injections, not of Botox, sorry, of something else. And you only have to have one appointment for that. So what we'd do is we would do the Botox for the first 18 months to see if it works. It is a long treatment, I should say. It's at least 18 months. 18 months is the shortest treatment you go through. Likely to be quite a bit longer than that if it works. But if after 18 months there's no improvement, I'll have my appointment to be shown how to inject myself, and then it'll be on prescription, on repeat. So I won't have to go to the hospital anymore, so I won't need appointments, and there'll be no wait list for that. So regardless, if Botox doesn't work, I'll be immediately going to the next one. And if Botox does, I'll be starting it in April. So it's really, really good. Botox is a possible solution. I'd never have guessed. Yeah, I know, right? Me too. Unfortunately, again, just to temper your expectations, I won't start looking a lot younger. It's like very small amounts, and they do it at I think they said for me it would be, was it 34 points, 36 points? So they do 34, 36 injections. It's anywhere between 32 and 40. They do it up the neck, over the ears, and over the face. One thing we're probably going to do this year is design a new VTuber, specifically because after I've had the injections, my face will be against TOS for a while. It will look very bruised, very beat up, potentially need some dressings and stuff like that. So I will have to use a VTuber probably starting in April for like fair amounts of the year, just while my 36 Botox injections are healing. But yeah, it's a really good thing. Congratulations. Yeah, it's a really, really positive thing. I wanted to tell you guys for like the last 2 weeks, but I've not physically been well enough. Also, Atomic, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. So yeah, really big positive for me is this might be the year that I get better. Although it could also be 2024 because it takes up to 18 months to start working. So yeah, we'll see. But fingers crossed. I'm really hopeful. It's been the best option that I've had so far. Could you do a mummy cosplay option? I probably could. No, actually I probably couldn't, because if I want to be able to do stuff, I need to be able to see, right? And it's likely that I'll be quite swollen up to my eyes. So the way that the patterns go, they go over the top of the forehead, but at like multiple injection points, and then like a row back, and then over the ears, and then down the back of the neck. So all of that's very swollen and bruised, so likely would be quite bruised around here as well. So I think it'd be quite difficult to do the cosplay, but then also still hide the bruising and the swelling. I think that I guess it makes sense. Botox for a numbing effect. Well, this is the thing. The logic behind it is what it does is it if you have repeated Botox in the same place, it destroys your nerves. That's why people who have a lot of Botox in their face, just for like cosmetic reasons, will find that the areas will become like a little bit numb because they're, destroying the nerves with it. Botox is poisonous after all. So the idea with Botox therapy for migraines is that in the areas where the migraine appears, where the pain is, which for most people would be around this area, over the ears and down the back of the neck, they destroy the nerves in that area so that even though you'll still have the signals that will be sending for you to have a migraine, they'll never reach the place where it should hurt. Again, it doesn't work for everyone, but it is a pretty good treatment. It's just a slow one. So like, it's 18 months until it could start working. It might start working after a couple of sessions, but it might also take a year and a half to start working. And then if that's when it starts working, it'll probably be double the time until we finish the treatment, because it is just until they are numbed enough that you can get on with life, basically. Dear, we'll be interested to see your progress with it. I'm happy to post progress, but I also I don't want to be rude about it, but gore on stream. Like, I've seen images of people after they've had it. All things considered, it's apparently not as painful as I thought it was going to be, because the needles I use these days are very, very thin, so it just feels like an injection. Whereas before, the needles were a bit chunkier, so it'd leave you quite battered. But because it will cause, how to put it? It causes like little lumps. Well, I say little lumps, they're like yay big. But on your face, you can imagine like if there's a lump there. So it causes a lot of lumps, and then the swelling, and then it goes down into bruising, and is what it is. I'm prepared for that. Also, initially after having it, because it's not just the face, you get it down the back of your neck, it can be really hard to turn your head for a little bit after you've had it each time. But apparently the symptoms get better and better after every treatment, which makes sense because you're also getting number after every treatment. But the first few treatments that would be next, or this year I suppose, will probably be quite intense. And that's why my family said they'd start it in January for me if I wanted it. But there's something in April that I really want to go to. Just a family event that's happening that I don't want to be absent for. So I asked if I could start it after that family event. And yes, fingers crossed. Matrix, welcome on in. And Brains, welcome on in. Thank you so much for hecking subbing again. It's very kind of you. Oh, dear. Oh, double horn. Thank you. Happy New Year, both of you. I hope you're both having a good New Year so far. Sending the migraine message, exactly. The thing is, so for me, or for a lot of people with chronic migraine, the goal isn't to never have a migraine again. The goal is the migraines that you have to either reduce the frequency or reduce the intensity. The Botox, I think it's more reduce the intensity. So I have migraines every day, but a lot of them are not so bad that I can't get up and talk. Some of them are, some of them aren't. Like very much 50-50 kind of thing. The likelihood is I would still feel half of those migraines after the treatment, but hopefully they'd be at a manageable level where I don't get bedbound by them. And with that, and maybe the milder ones, like how I am today, I wouldn't feel it at all. So that's the goal. The goal is that. Also, thank you for the hydrate. That's the thing with chronic migraine. There is no cure, and there is no... Once you've got chronic migraine, the likelihood is, unless you have a larger life event that changes it, like menopause, the likelihood is that you will have it forever, is what it is. But if you can reduce the frequency or reduce the intensity, then you can get on with life as you did before. And that's the plan for me. That's what I'm hoping for. That's the first bit of really good news. I have more really good news. Found a specialty headache clinic at Washington. Their help went from blinding migraine every 2 weeks to only... That's amazing. Hell yeah. That's the thing as well. I say this a lot. If you have intermittent migraines, you don't have to live with intermittent migraines. Like, migraines only appear like every couple weeks or maybe every week or so like that. You don't have to live with that. Like, if you can take yourself to a doctor, please do, because there is stuff they can do for you for people that have migraines twice a week or less, where you never have to go further into it with surgery. You literally, there's stuff they can do for you, so you never have to experience a migraine. Even if you're having a migraine like every couple months, you don't have to have that migraine. Please go to a doctor. Talk to them about your symptoms, and there's stuff that you can do to prevent it as it starts. Because right now I'm on that same medication. It's just I get like 6 migraines a week, so it takes it from 6 down to 4, which is still a lot. But you know, there are stuff you can do for that sort of stuff. Like, there's no reason for anyone to have to live with migraines every week or every couple weeks. Like, don't. And chronic migraine as well, there are things they can do. It's a grueling process. I am 7 years in nearly, and I still haven't managed to get rid of them. But yeah, decapitation also works. I've heard that as well. I've suggested it, but like, you know, so far it doesn't seem like it's medically approved. Gonna go now. Oh no, you're fine. Take care and good luck with the hecking cosplay. Hope it goes well. Oxygen therapy is helpful. Depends on the person, because for some people it can work, and for some people it's like, nah. But the thing is, you know, going into your doctor, explaining your symptoms, they'll give you a treatment plan. You're making me itch to come back to Twitch with all this great news. Yeah, I have more good news. Would you like to hear the next one? Okay, we need to get some really big thanks out to someone in this community, so I am going to do a shout out for this one. As many people know, I've been like background saving. Yeah. I think that's it. Make sure I've done the right person. Yeah, I've been background saving for a really long time to try and get a 3D printer, but it's been quite difficult between being unemployed and renovating a house right now. It's really not been the priority for most of the funds in this house to go towards getting me more equipment, which is absolutely fair enough. And so I've just slowly been background saving for it as and when I can, except I don't need to, because Amazonia just sent me their old 3D printer in the post. No warning, I just got it. They were like, I've sent you something. I was like, okay. All right, cool. Didn't tell me what it is, didn't tell me like the size of it or anything like that. And then Shiny's like, you've got a massive package down here. And I was like, what? Okay, Christmas present maybe. What is this? No, they've sent me their old 3D resin printer. So now I have a 3D resin printer. And I tried to offer them some money towards it or pay the postage or anything, and they were like, nah, it's at yours now anyway. I am gonna send them back a little gift, but actually, if they're not here, I can show you it. They're not here. Perfect. I did make them this. It's kind of bulky though. I didn't realize it was gonna be this big. I made them. Oh, you can't really see it anyway. There you go. We just have to pretend you can see it. It's a big old dragon. But yeah, so second piece of good news is we now have a whole heckin' 3D printer. I can't use it right now because obviously we haven't got the house set up to have any extra equipment. But as soon as we do, I will set it up and we will use it in the next costume. So yeah, that's again a really big positive thing that I couldn't really talk about until I came back. But if you aren't following Amazonia, at the very least, please send us some love for me. I really appreciate it. It's gonna make such a big difference having that in the costume room. Oh dear, Feathered, happy heckin' New Year. I hope you're doing well. Oh dear, ooh, again, ooh. Ah dear, so sick it wasn't very enthusiastic. More ooze, more ooze. I do have another slide, but I don't remember. Oh yeah, my plans. I was like, I don't remember what this slide is. My plans for next year. I've already talked a little bit about them, but I'm gonna go over them a little bit. So I want to open a small bauble trinket shop online. Making like little sparkly things. I love sparkly things. God, go to sleep, brain, that's so late. As much as we love having you here. Oh dear, so I want to do a little small bauble and trinket shop. I'm going to make lots of stock for it in the first half of the year and then open it hopefully like in the second half of the year is the plan. So just be making stuff and building up a little stock. Yes, because my health is still very up and down and I just don't know when I'm going to be well enough to do things a lot of the time. So I figured doing it like this means I can make stock and then whatever I have I can release and then I can do that a few times a year after that. Start a costume for TwitchCon 2024. Do you want to talk about that one a little bit and then we'll come back to this? So, a costume. I was having you all guess what the new costume was going to be. But then obviously I was sick for 2 weeks and so I've stopped that. But I will show you. Also, Kath, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. If only I could. I'm sorry, brains. One of my live lessons is build up stock before releasing it. Yeah. That's what I'm going to hopefully be doing. I've been talking to a few other people that do crafts and Etsy's and stuff like that. And they were like, that's the best way to start. Just build up a stock and do like seasonal releases. Go to sleep, brain. That's pretty much me to myself many nights. I'm the opposite. I'm like, wake up, stop falling asleep. It's 1 PM. Nick, welcome on in and happy New Year. I hope you're doing well. My sister's cute. Oh God, welcome to the sick club. Everyone is sick. As if it is a state. There you go. My Etsy ran out of stock. Ooze. Oh, but it happens to everyone. And that's a good thing. It means people are buying, right? That's good. Oh dear. Sick club. So yeah, the next costume we're going to be making. And again, if there are any cosplayers in chat, I know another cosplayer just did this and I promise I didn't realize that someone else was doing it. And I feel quite bad because I feel like I've copied them, but I promise it wasn't on purpose. So we're doing a Venetian version of a character. I masquerade Venetian, but I am taking a lot of inspiration from like 16th century Venetian rather than maybe more modern Venetian, which is what they've done. And the character is the Collector from the Owl House. Now, if you haven't watched the Owl House yet, you still have a couple months to watch it. It's on Disney. It's fantastic. Lots of positive representation actually in a Disney show, which is why they cancelled it. I would highly recommend it. The first season's a bit slower, the second season's fantastic. And it's got a couple episodes left until the whole thing is finished because they got cancelled and then they were told they were allowed to do like sum up the series in 3 episodes kind of thing. Basically, I don't want to start a big drama about it because the creator of it's like, listen, Disney gave me a platform to put this out in the first place. Like, I don't feel hard feelings about it. What is it called? The Owl House. Owl House. But yeah, basically, the creator doesn't feel any hard feelings towards Disney, so I don't want to create drama about it. But basically, what happened was, in the Owl House, there is some LGBT representation that isn't just tacked on, and is a main character. And it's very natural. It's very sweet. It's just like that's how it goes, right? However, halfway through the Owl House, I think they'd done season 1 and they were about to do season 2. Disney opened up streaming to some other countries where being LGBT is like very illegal, and you can be killed for being gay. So Disney started streaming in some of those countries, and then suddenly Owl House fell outside of their... They did a statement about it where Owl House basically fell outside of their guidelines of what they wanted to show. And it was... They never said it's because Owl House has LGBT representation, but it was very clear that the only thing in the Owl House is in the least bit, the tiniest bit unusual, is that one of the main characters is LGBT. And that it happened right after they started streaming in those countries. It's like... Basically, everyone's like, okay, they cancelled the Owl House because gay, right? Okay, fair enough. But it was Disney's first show with a leading LGBT character, which wasn't like just tacked on for fun or for laughs or as a villain. It was actually, and like, it's not just, there's a couple characters in there. So basically, I don't want to go over it too much. What I would recommend is to watch it. There's 2 seasons and 1 episode out so far. It's fun. It's a very fun show. It's a little slow to start with. That's how I felt as well. The first few episodes I felt were a little bit slow, but then it does start to pick up, and it's a very fun show. The Collector is very specifically not in the first season, so I don't want to cause spoilers too much. If the Owl House is something that you are interested in, I would recommend to watch it before March, because in March we're going to be talking about the Collector quite a bit, and the Collector does only appear in the 2nd season. They don't appear in the first one. Also, I am doing this, and it might not look like a very complicated costume. Actually, psych, here's the costume I'm going to be making. I told you I wanted to go more Venetian with it, so we're going more Jester-esque, but very much esque, because the character's a child character, and they are kind of also a troll. Like, they are an absolute troll. We're going more Jester-esque with it, but again, Venetian style specifically. So the top piece is a moon with the sun coming out of it, because they have a lot of sun and moon on them. I've got the picture of them when they're more colourful, but there is also completely black and white of this character too. The character has a few different forms, so I've taken inspiration from both forms, but only one of them is on the screen. Yes, yes. Oh dear, where's it from? The Owl House, I believe. Did I set this up? Yeah, there we go. Exclamation mark cosplay. And Lurk, thank you so much for the Lurk, Nick. You love suffering, don't you, Danny? I do love suffering. Suffering's my favourite. Disney, we support everyone. Also Disney funding anti, yeah. Also Sarah, welcome on in. This is the thing, it's the same reason. So, you know when Disney Starlight Valley came out and I absolutely refused to play it? That's why. This is why I refused to play it, because Disney Starlight Valley was coming out as they were cancelling the Owl House for being too gay. And anyone who's watched the Owl House knows that, okay, first of all, it's actually not that bad. Like, the characters are relatively young, so it's very much like hand-holding. Hand-holding, maybe the odd kiss on the cheek. Like, it's not, until they cancelled the Owl House. And then I will say there is a specific episode where they did ramp the gay up to 1,000, but that was only after they got cancelled. And I can't really blame them. Oh dear. The flowers on the back burner. Isis-Sia. What was it called? If you haven't seen the recent updates, that's from last year, but I think it still makes sense. Dear friends recommended that video. I'm terrible at keeping up. So this whole show is the reason why I started not enjoying Disney as much. There's a lot of things Disney has done that's been like, wah, but like this is like, Disney cancelled the Owl House for being too LGBT positive within the last couple years. Like, this is very, very recent issue. And basically what happened, again, I'd highly recommend to go watch the show, because once you watch the show, you're going to realize what a nothing burger this was, because it's nothing. It's like 2 people holding hands sometimes and blushing. It's not that much, really. It's very subtle. Until they cancelled the show, and you can tell when they cancelled the show, because they really did ramp the gay up after that. But before they cancelled the show, it was subtle. Dear. Yeah, Nanaganic. Oh, you're fine. Honestly, don't worry about it. I just had that to condense it, because otherwise it's quite a long topic every single time. But yeah, like, don't worry. That what do you call it? That command is there for a reason. Yes. Cosplay's gonna be sick. No, thank you. LGBT 2023 exists. Corporation. Yeah, but this is the thing. Is like, I really wanted to do a costume from something that I support wholeheartedly, and I support the Owl House. I support the creator. I support the animators. I love that show. I wanted to do something from that I could be quite passionate about, and the way that Disney treated the Owl House, shocking. I know that the creator has been like, listen, if Disney hadn't let me do it in the first place, we wouldn't even have it, because she pitched it to other companies and people were like, nah. So the fact that Disney let her do it in the first place, I do really appreciate it. Also, if you haven't seen it, it's... I know someone from Gravity Falls, Alex Hirsch, is worked on this kind of as well. It's not Alex Hirsch's show, it's Dana Terrace's. But if you enjoyed Gravity Falls, oh dear. You need to get up to date on this. You're fine. Honestly, don't worry about it. Especially as a streamer, I know you have a lot going on in yourself. Oh dear. You might enjoy it then. I think you will. Again, first few episodes a bit slow. It does kick off though. It builds it up. It ramps up, especially in the second season. But yeah, basically what happened was they had the first couple seasons greenlit. All good. Halfway through the second season, or like pretty early in the second season, I can't remember what it is, they got cancelled. They got told that it no longer fit within the Disney guidelines, and so they cancelled the show. But then the popularity of Owl House, like everyone was tweeting about it. It was like on trending constantly. Like people really loved this show, and so Disney was like, okay, you can't have a third season. What you can have is 3 specials to round it off. So what the team has been given is 3 45-minute episodes to round off the season. The really sad thing is, in the first episode, they've done the first special already. The first special is out. There's 2 more to go. In the first special, they do like a montage of what would have been a lot of the episodes that they weren't able to do, and it's sad. It's sad, and I mean, don't get me wrong. The specials, like the first special, was fantastic, and I really, really enjoyed it. But it was really sad to see that they'd written a whole 3rd season, and then they weren't allowed to do it because one of the main characters is LGBTQA+. And so they can't have a 3rd season. That's not allowed. So yeah, sad times, but it's okay. Slow is not a problem. Hell yeah. Also, Rambo, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. Confusing? Oh yeah, it's not confusing. I mean, it's a kids show at the end of the day. They don't make it that intense. Happy heckin' New Year. Happy New Year. Yes, to Rambo, to Ada Shadowell. I hope you're all having a good New Year. I hope you make the little star bunting. Well, that's attached to that hat. That's very important. It's pretty, thank you. The other thing, I have been doing some designs. So I should say, I haven't printed off the final design yet. So this is so far my like design document when I was getting like all of my design work together. So this is how it started, which is quite different to how it's ended up. I gave it like a really rough outline with some colors, but I've kind of documented my process from beginning to end of like designing it, also designing the embroideries and how they'll end up working. There's some spaces in for later, taking color pieces from this part and then doing another design, and then looking at more inspiration, going further, looking at the arms specifically, designing the arms in the over jacket. I did end up doing the design for that bit separately. Then talking a bit more about the pleating, or not pleating, the smocking, which I do have a proper sample of now, that it will look something like this. I did do some different embroideries in here, don't worry about those. I picked the one that I want to use, but this is kind of what the smocking on the over jacket will look like. This will end up being the smocking on the trousers. Hopefully a bit neater, but this was my first attempt. But yeah, I've done some of those, lots of tests. And then like silhouette tests. I've ended up going with this silhouette, which I then did fill in more for this, but I haven't got that stuck in the book yet. The corsets, the headpiece, that took a while for me to decide. I've gone more for this kind of style. So we're looking at like kind of a baggy collar, but then the moon. So from the front, it looks like very pointy, but from the side, it's actually a moon with the sun at the front. I think that's as far as I've got so far. I did make a little bead mood board, which I'm pretty happy with. It looks kind of blue. I promise these are dark purple. It's just my camera. But I did a little bead mood board. These are stuff that I already had in the house, so I started making that. I've had a lot of spare time over the last couple weeks. Smoking, you can do that with embroidery. You can. So I did. This is the back where I was practicing, but this is smocking, but then I've gone into it, and this is the one I'll end up using. I don't know how well you can see it, but it's sequined with a star in the center. That's what I'll be doing over all of them, but in the correct colors, which will be purples rather than, this is just practice fabric. Oh dear, is this a 6 stream? It is a 6 stream. Welcome. Duvets are advised. They are. A comic I'm working on, some Elder Scrolls. Ooh, hell yeah. Oh dear, that sounds lovely. Very, very cool. Do you guys have any New Year's resolutions? I'm just curious. I love smocking, but it's so heckin' hard. I have really enjoyed it over the last month. I wanted to practice it anyway, like I wanted to get some new skills. This one takes for bloody ever, so I'm really looking forward to doing this over the whole thing. I have lost my square of felt, but what I'm planning to do with this is do little designs on the inside of the smocking. So keep the outside of the smocking pretty clean, like as it is now, but fill in the gaps, and I want to put the star signs in them. So because this is a character that's inspired by the sun, the moon, and the stars, like that's what it's, you know, the collector's general overall look. Their face is literally like a moon, a crescent moon. Like they are the sun, the moon, the stars. I figured I'd put astrological symbols in the gaps on the shorts to fill them in. Because this is going to be decorated from top to bottom. Nothing will not be decorated. I have also got my fabrics. 2 seconds, I have to stand up for this. I might get a bit puffed out. There we go. These are the fabrics. They're going to look more blue on screen than they actually are. But I'm pretty happy with the color match, honestly. They're a little bit warmer than they look on this screen because that always happens with my camera. I don't know how to fix that. The other thing is I'm going to probably predominantly be using the inside. So this is shiny on the outside, but it's not shiny on the inside. And I actually really love the inside's texture. Like, I don't know if you can see it, but it's really nice. So I'll probably be using the inside color more than the outside. But yeah, these are my two colors. Very nice. My camera does not know how to handle purples. I'm so sorry. New Year's resolutions are nonsense. If you want to do something, you can resolve it too. True, but I'm still curious. They help some people. They're not helping for everyone, but they help for some people. You might add more? Hell yeah. Oh, there's lots of crafty plans, resolutions, but I really need to start on commissions. Fair enough. I want to finish this comic this year. I'm planning on actual drawing time for it now. Oh, that sounds good. Plan is a fabric shop next week. Anyone in a coach trip to a fabric shop? I'd love to, but I think I'll still have bronchitis. Do knitting maybe. Ooh. I'm doing a pattern I struggle with and it's hard. Oh yes, so spread the germs. Yeah, sniff store. Sniff all the store. Doesn't look purple at all. I know, right? This has been a consistent issue and it's gonna be a problem when I make the costume as well, is that like no one's gonna realize it's purple because I promise it's purple. It just doesn't look it, but I promise it is. Making it to 2024. That's a good one. Hell yeah. It looks blue. The new blue black dress. It's just my cameras. They refuse to pick up certain colors. So it is what it is. We live in this world. It's fine. But yeah, I'll be using those ones. We have this scene set up, but I won't be using it probably for the next couple of months. So for those who aren't aware...
Yo! Listen up.
Shoot, you're right. It is blue. Lives in a blue world, and all day and all night, and everything he sees is just blue, like him, inside and outside. Blue his house with a blue little window and a blue Corvette, and everything is blue for him and himself and everybody around, 'cause he ain't got nobody to listen to. Yeah, I'm blue, dabba-dee, dabba-die, dabba... Oh, I love that. Blue, dabba-die. Dabba-dee, dabba-die. Yeah, thank you so much, Shifty. I appreciate the blue. Lorelai, welcome in purple. It's gonna be purple, but it's gonna look blue, and I anticipate this, and it's fine. We're gonna live through it. Oh, don't worry, I should say as well, my voice doesn't actually hurt anymore. It's just because I'm still coughing a lot, but like, whereas before I had a really sore throat, I don't have a sore throat anymore. It is what it is. Hell yeah, better in 6 up. What was I saying? Oh yeah, we won't be starting this costume until probably February, March time. So the rules of TwitchCon EU, I'm going to double check them this year as well, of course, but they normally, like what they said last year was it had to be made within 12 months immediately to the submission period. So when the submission period starts this year, that's when we can actually start making it for next year. So I'll be keeping an eye on it. We'll get there at the right time, but I can't start making it until at least the submission period is opened. So I'm gathering materials right now and getting my design sorted, but I'm not going to be making the costume for a couple months yet. Just so you know. Oh, and thank you for the lurk brain. Also sounds weird. One of my favorite things to do is sing into a drink, start singing, keep singing until you go slurp. Oh god. Yesterday I stopped making noise in the middle of a sentence. Last week I couldn't talk for coughing. Like every time I'd talk, I'd start coughing, so I just had to stop talking. Oh dear, I like streaming through a straw hat like that. Oh my god, hell yeah. Fancy, so fancy. Yeah, so basically leading up to starting the costume, we're just going to be getting some new skills in. Another skill that I really want to learn is it called needlepoint lace making? Yeah, that might be something we do over the next year. However, I haven't actually finished going over my goals yet. I just wanted to talk about that one. Oh my god, it's Cthulhu! Welcome on in! How was your stream, Sweeping? Happy New Year! There you go. Happy New Year! What were you up to? Oh! Oh no! Oh no! Sorry, Sorry, instead of shouting you out, I nearly raided you. I'm so sorry, Abby. Welcome on in, we're coming right back. Oh, Jenny, and going, no. I was confused. I was like, why are names showing up at the top? It should just have been Cthulhu's. How was your stream? What did you get up to? Cthulhu's another crafter on Twitch. I know they've been looking at making for TwitchCon 2023. How are you doing? Welcome on in. We revealed the costume that we're going to be making on next year for 2024, but we can't start for a few months. It's this one, but it's going to look more like this. But it is this one, but like this. We have plans, and we're still going through our goals for next year. Jelly, a raid? I'm out! We're out! Every time you take a sip, damn! Damn! Hell yeah. Welcome on in, everyone. Also, if you don't know me, hello, my name is Jelly. I'm a crafter on Twitch. I have bronchitis. Yeah. I make cosplays. I was doing a cross stitch for Cat Outline with witches brewing a potion inside the... Oh my god! My daughter's birthday this year. That sounds heckin' lovely. We probably doesn't always sound like this. I don't always sound like this. I don't always raid people that raid into me either. Straight away. Now I'm cutting fabric for the first quilt of the year. Oh, hell yeah. That's a nice way of starting the year, honestly, with a big project like that. Oh. Alright. We've just got over... the first two. Learn to start cosplay 3D printing because we have a 3D printer thanks to Amazonian Cosplay, who I literally can't thank enough. We have a 3D resin printer, which means I can like print my own beads and buttons for this next costume, like the bigger ones, which is gonna be so cool. I'm so heckin' excited for that. Do more silly one-off streams. I do want to do more silly one-off streams. I want to do more like stupid challenge streams and relaxing streams. I'd love to build a proper schedule, but I know that's probably not going to be very easy to do for me for a while. But yeah, I'd like to just plan in some more random streams, like at least once a month. I'm gonna say January, maybe not, because I am still recovering from bronchitis. But generally, I would like to do like one stupid stream a month. Yeah. Create content for other platforms too. Yeah, so this one I have already started a couple months ago. I've been uploading to a TikTok, I've been uploading to YouTube, as well as trying to post more pictures on different Twitters and Instagrams. I did start this last year, but it's something that I want to continue into this year. Oh, you have to go? You're fine, take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for popping by. If you haven't played it yet, may I suggest unboxing? I know unboxing. I've listened to the OST. I think. Or is that unpacking? Maybe it's unpacking. There's one of those has a beautiful OST. Oh dear, Shitty, I think I smell like cabbage. Oh no. Oh no, you smell like cabbage, not me. I was like, I don't remember smelling like cabbage. Grubbit, Happy New Year. I hope you're doing well. Welcome on in. Oi. And Amazonia, we've just been thanking you. I've been able to finally say all of the good news. One of which being that we now are enjoying your secondhand heckin'. Wait, let me do it like a proper one. 3D resin printer. There we go. Wait, did it not work? Oh, is it a slash one? Oh my god. Can we have a? I took 2 weeks off streaming and I've forgotten how to do everything. Ah dear, unpacking. It is unpacking. Yeah, I know unpacking. Ah dear. Bless you. No, bless you. Thank you so much. Again, it'll be a while till I can set it up because we need to get the house less in the middle of renovating. But hell, it's gonna help a lot, and I already know what I'm gonna be using it on. I have planned. I have 2 planned right now, but I have to make more. The program. Ooh, your program going to help design the quills. Oh my god, exciting! You want to do more collabs? I'd be down. Really? Hell yeah! I want to do more like. Sorry, I sound like absolute ass. I want to do more like crafting stream collaborations. I've talked to other streamers about it before, and it's just nothing that I've ever actually sat down and done. So I'm gonna try and find a way of doing it where it's nice and easy, and we can actually invite people in, especially people like yourself. I've talked to Fenther about it before as well, where it's like people who have like a lot of skills that I definitely don't have. It'd be lovely to like invite them in. Oh dear. Tell us your name, your job, and a fun fact about you. Is that what I did? Oh god. What? Oh no. Is hello, my name is Jen. God, my voice sounds like ass. I have bronchitis. Also, if you don't... That was what it was. God damn it, Shifty. So I showed my daughter the Owl House, and she was like, yes, all right. Yeah, so for people who've just joined, hello, hi. This is going to be the next cosplay we make, except it's going to look like this. Because I want to do more traditional Venetian style. So I've done a lot of research into Venetian jesters, but it needs to stay linked with the collector, who is from Owl House, who is more astrology themed, more suns and moons and stars. So yes, this is the costume. This is where all of the heckin' heckin' work's gonna go for the next couple years, not couple days. Oh my god, if I can make this costume in a couple of days, that'd be amazing. TwitchCon 2024, yes, this is our TwitchCon 2024. I did go through the book, but I can go through it again because I am proud of it. This will be, again, I'm just doing tests right now, but I'm expecting this kind of smocking for the upper body and a lot of the spikes, where I have little stars inside of it, which you can't really see right now. Thank you for the asses kissing on my screen. I appreciate it. When the asses kiss. Astrology. Wait, how do you say it? And then this will be for the trousers, except we'll be filling these in. And I lost my felt square, so I don't know where it went, but I was putting little felt squares in them with embroideries on them. And we'll have like the little story time panels, little story time in the shorts, so that people can really stare at my ass in this costume. That's the real plan. Oh, do I have it misspelled? Oh my god. Oh my god. Thank you. You know what? Maybe I'll keep it. Wait, can I just... where is it? Oh. There we go. Wait, collect. There you go. Fixed it. Perfect. We did it. Oh my god. Astrology. We're saying it the same way. Remember, astrology? Oh, the different fabric texture is gonna be so cool. I already have some of the fabric because I got it in the Minerva Christmas sale. Hell yeah. Except I'm not going to be using the outside. The outside's shiny and I'm adding shiny. I'm going to be using the inside. Because, like, the inside's so nice. Look at that. Is that beautiful? It's more purple in real life, I promise. But, like, it's got such a nice texture on the inside. So I'm going to use the inside of it. Oh, it's so nice. I love it. It's not the collector. We're putting it in Leet Speak. Leet Speak for the young beans. God, you said how I sound. Are you also sick? I'm a lot better than I was, I should say. I've had bronchitis for the last couple weeks, and I have recovered a hell of a lot, but, love it, love it. Collect. Touching all the textures. Yeah, I love it. So yeah, we're going to be doing a lot of smocking, and then embroidering the smocking. But I'm excited for it. That's what I enjoy. And the other thing is this costume is going to be 100% hand-stitched. It's just going to be easier, I honestly think, to hand-stitch this, probably. So we're going to be looking at hand-stitching basically the whole thing. There's a lot of layers. I think it will just be easier. And I've got a year and a half. I can afford to it. The Guys, you got to stop being funny. You're going to kill me. Oh, dear. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to making it. I can't start making it for a couple months, but I've got the design sorted and I got my whole book, and I'm really enjoying this book. I kind of somewhat wish it wasn't this shape, but like, this is what we'll probably be doing for the embroideries. So we're going to have the suns and the moons embroidered on. So we're gonna have to do a lot of the same sort of things, but I think it'll end up being okay. I'm gonna be using a mixture of the embroidery machine and hand embroidery. Lots of like little bits and bobs. This is, when I say the collector looks a lot of different ways, this is another way the collector appears. So obviously a completely different color scheme to that one. It's like, they also look like this. They are very much astrological. And yeah, I don't know if I have the other one. There's another version as well where they're black and white, but I don't think I printed that. Oh no, I have, there we go. That's the other version of them. Or black and grey, I guess I should say. But yeah, they have a few different ones, which is why the one I'll be going with has like a cloak on it, because yeah. Oh dear, the collector got, but the Owl House didn't, right? I don't know. I feel like the Owl House came out more recently than that, and we're doing it because, you know what? Yeah, I love the Owl House. I will say, if you haven't seen the Owl House, the collector specifically is from season 2. I don't want to spoil it, but like, because we'll be talking a lot about the collector once we start making it, if you don't want to be spoiled on the Owl House, I'm really sorry. We're not going to be making it until probably March, so you know, you have time to watch it. But yeah, just as a heads up, the collector is not in season 1, so you know, I don't want to spoil anything because it's a really good show, but I really support it. I wanted to do a cosplay from something that I was like, how to put it, that I really supported. There is no necessary, like, you don't have to do that. You don't even have to know the character you cosplay, obviously. Cosplay whoever the heck you damn want. But personally, I wanted to cosplay something which I could speak quite passionately about, and the Owl House I speak very passionately about because it literally got cancelled for gay. They got cancelled because Disney does not support the LGBT, and because they started streaming in countries where gay people are prosecuted still and killed, unfortunately. They cancelled the Owl House during its 2nd season, even though it's doing very well, and it was doing very well, and people loved it, because they are now streaming in countries where stuff that is shown in the Owl House is fully illegal. They cancelled the Owl House because it no longer fell within Disney's terms and conditions. And if anyone's watched the Owl House, they know it literally it's a kids show. There is nothing, there's hand holding and blushing, until they cancelled it, and then they did ramp the gay up. But you have to bear in mind, we're talking like halfway through the 2nd season is when it got cancelled. Everything before then was hand holding and blushing. Nothing that would have been like out of the ordinary. Like, most Disney films have like a kiss at the end between the main heroines, or not main heroines, the heroine and the guy, the man and the woman. They kiss at the end. Didn't even do that. Literally just hand holding and blushing. It was cute. But because they are now streaming in countries where That's not legal. Disney decided that instead of backing the LGBT and just not broadcasting in those countries, they cancelled the show. And after like an outpouring of love and like support for the show, the team were allowed to, instead of doing a third season, do 3 one-off specials, basically, which would wrap up the story. It's really sad because it was such a good show. Like, aside from all of the political stuff, it was a really, really good show. And so it's really sad to see it cancelled as it was. But I've seen the first of the 3 specials. They haven't released the second 2 yet. The first one was amazing. It was lovely. It's like a 45-minute special which sums up a few of the episodes. And hopefully they can wrap up the rest of the show in the next 2 specials. But yeah, I think we know there wasn't anything happening. It was just gays being happy that they had an issue with. Yeah. I think it's the same reason that I blank refused to play the Disney Starlight Valley, is because as Disney Starlight Valley was coming out, at the same time, they were cancelling the Owl House for having an LGBT main character. And it's like, I can't look at these 2 things and be like, okay, I see, Disney, that you are very much anti-LGBT, but I'm gonna play Starlight Valley. I should say as well, this isn't me calling out anyone who did play it. I'm sure a lot of people didn't make that connection or didn't even realize. And also, you know, at the end of the day, do what you want. But personally, I can't at the same time watch Disney cancelling a show for having an LGBT main character and then also buy Starlight Valley or whatever it was called by Disney. Classic Disney. Yeah. So yeah, that's there you go. There's an opinion. Oh, I should also say, because a lot of streamers people are worried about it. By the same logic, I'm not going to be playing Hogwarts Legacy. I think that's pretty obvious. If other people are playing it, like, don't send them hate. You can choose with your view whether you support it or not. Like, watch it or don't. I'm not going to be playing it, and I'm not going to be buying it either. For relatively obvious reasons. And also because I don't want to alienate anyone in my community that is trans or non-binary. But if you choose to play it, you make that choice. I'm not here to fight anyone. I'm not doing it. I'm not playing the Disney one either. As like, does she? I don't remember that. Oh dear. Yeah, I haven't really had a chance to say it because I've not been streaming. Glad to hear it. TERFs are cringe. TERFs are cringe. I do think... Thing is, here, I do have maybe a slightly different opinion to some people. There are people who are going to be contractually obligated to play it, and some people who will have taken sponsorship money to play it. I think attacking people who maybe don't have any other financial options is maybe not the best call. But I also think, as a viewer, you decide what you choose to watch. If you don't support something, you don't have to watch it. The person who's been sponsored will still get paid. You know, and that's how I'm going to do it. If people that I watch are playing it, which I don't think anyone I watch is, but if anyone did decide to do it, I just wouldn't watch them. Yeah. I don't see any reason. People know what J.K. Rowling does, who they attack. They know that they're not a supporter of the full LGBT. So like, it's not that people don't know. If you choose to play it, you choose to play it. I personally am not, because it will alienate anyone who is transgender or non-binary in my community, and weirdly enough, that's not how I want to start the year. Oh dear. Does a goblin in the mail much less money, and the goblin does. It makes a lot of right? There are many other ways you alienate. Exactly, listen, if you don't have a piss fetish at this point, I don't know why you're here. Like, I'm really sorry. It feels like you might have some weird ulterior motive. But like, you know, there are important things to alienate your community over, and then there are things where it's like, I would rather not alienate everyone who's trans. But like, if you don't have a piss fetish, I'm sorry, I don't discriminate. Yeah. Yeah, like, I stand by that quote. I'm sorry, you've quoted it, but like, I stand by it literally every single stream. I'm here because of Dilly. Ban, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. Did I go through all of my goals for next year? I actually don't remember. More collabs. Yeah, I wanna organize a way. Right, so what I want to do is organize a way where I can have other streamers pop in and like be on the stream, other than the Crafty Coffee mornings. I'm gonna keep doing the Crafty Coffee mornings because I'm really enjoying those. But like, having ways where I can have like actual craft longs with other streamers, I think that'd be really, really nice. Finish the sewing room, move in. That's something that I need to do in my life outside of streaming. We are getting there. It is a slow process, but we are getting there. I would like to do that next year. If I'm not in by this point next year, I would be concerned, but yes. Remember how I got here? If I rolled it at some point, I just hang around because it's chill. The fetishes are extra. It's just like an extra little sprinkle. Oh dear, I think we lured you into the sick club. Maybe it's the sickness. Understandable. Everyone wants to be down with the sickness. Collabs, yeah. I mean, I've always been kind of scared to collaborate with people, but the Crafty Coffee mornings have made it feel a lot less scary. Yeah, just the idea of having other people, I don't know how to explain it. It's like, I love chatting with people, but then I worry that, what if I'm chatting to them like one-on-one and I give a bad impression? Because like, when you're chatting to everyone and you're discussing whole topics, it's a bit different, but then it's like, what if I one-on-one? Also, Cressy, sorry, I don't know if I said, but Happy New Year. I hope you've had a good New Year. Yeah, what did you miss? You missed the piss. Down with the Sickness, is that the new sequel to Down with the Tempo? Down with the Sickness is ooh ah ah ah. Ba-ba-da-ba-da, ba-ba-da-ba-da, ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Happy New Year! Happy New Year. I think that's everything. I think that's everything I needed to go through. I might just leave it on this screen for a bit because that way anyone coming in for the first time. I actually spelt collector right in the heckin' scene. And I somehow spelt it wrong. I'm just gonna keep it like that though. No, it's perfect. Oh, I might need to change the color of it slightly though. Can I do that? I think it's like a very light purple. Maybe like that. Oh, that might be too much now. Oh well. Oh dear. I went for how did you know? I always know. I always know. No one misses the piss. Unless they are potty trained. I waited for you to get up, obviously, that's what it was. You waited for you to get up and then you were like, it's piss time. Me, it still looks like an E. Is there anything else I could do to it? Oh, it might need to be like... Okay. But then... then, okay. And then... Is that good? How's that? You like that? A little bit better? Oh dear. Yeah, that's what else did I want to do next year? I think that's everything basically. Next year I won't be going to any conventions or anything like that. Because we have so much going on in the house already, we're really going to be focusing on getting the house sorted, and then, you know, getting cosplay stuff ready for the next year and starting the business and all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be more in the house stuff. So I won't be going to any conventions or anything. I mean, God damn it, you're right. But I'm going to keep doing this. I'm stuck before Christmas. Is there anything else that I really wanted to do? I think that's about it. Most of the stuff that I wanted to do, I kind of already have started planning for, like the collector costume. I started planning at the beginning of December. Getting on more social medias, I started back November, October. The shop stuff I again started in December. So it's stuff that's kind of already started last year, and then we're just going to keep pushing it into this year. I do want to learn 3D modeling. Again, I did do 3D modeling back in university, but it's been like 5 years now. So I probably need to and also I've only ever done it in one program, which is 3ds Max, which I will not be using, because that's very expensive. So I need to get used to it into another something else. I've done it before, but it's been a while. Oh, I think that's basically everything. I will say I'm not going to go too much longer today. I know it's a very short stream, but I'm so sorry. I still have bronchitis. and I need to get my body back in gear a little bit before I start going on any really long ones. What I expect we'll be doing a bit more of in the first couple months of the year would be making some more baubles, getting some more patterns and stuff like that, practicing more things, getting some more smocking. Like, I would like to go further into this one and actually do the felt panel so I have it as like a proper thing. Getting some more design work done. Now that you guys know what costume I'm making, I can actually do designing on stream. I expect we'll be doing more of that the first couple months, so it'll be quite relaxed. Also, actually, another update. Sorry, this is more to do with Pokemon. This is less to do with cosplay. I have got a shiny Snom now, and I have called it Mother Snom. Shifty, I managed to get a ghost type Snom, or ghost terrestrialized type Snom. It's completely useless, because Snom doesn't use any ghost types, but like moves. But I got it, and I named it Shifty Snom. So we have Shifty Snom, who is ghost type. I'm still waiting for other types so that I can get the other mods. Right now the other mods are just plain Snoms, but we'll get there, Blender is great. I would like to use Blender. I've been recommended a couple by Vile as well, who they said is particularly good for like 3D modeling for 3D resin printing. So I've been recommended some stuff for that as well, and of course Amazonia also left me some assistance as well, so I have had some ideas of stuff I would like to give a go to. Also, Ro, happy new year. I hope you're doing well. Modeling with one modeling with one eye. Two eyes, like fashion modeling. I think that's what they were pretending. Sorry, L, yeah, or L big ratio. I'm sorry, I can't speak. Oh, modeling with one L. Oh, of course, yeah, modeling does. Modeling only has one eye regardless, right? Listen, as we've learned today, I am not the best at spelling. Spelling is not my forte. She's a model. I knew it. Yeah, that's what it is. A model. Come on now. Modeling with one eye. Model. There you go. That's what I am. God damn it. Yeah, that's probably what we were going to be doing. I don't want to go too far long today because I don't want to strain my voice and then not be able to come back tomorrow. But the plan is that we'll just keep streaming and then slowly trajectory into slightly longer streams. Today was just meant to be like a coming back stream and going over the last year and celebrating and talking about some of the stuff we did last year. Like, honestly, all things considered, I really enjoyed last year. I had a lot of rough stuff going on in my own life, but like, being able to come back to stream and like chat with everyone and have a really nice time, and we raised lots of money for charity. We entered TwitchCon in the larger than life category, which I never a category I thought I'd be in, but like I really enjoyed it. I went to Amsterdam for the first time. Like, it was lots of really good things happened last year, and yeah, I'm very, very thankful for everything surrounding Twitch. A few things I haven't forgotten actually before I end stream. We will still be doing a 3K follower big thank you stream. Again, just waiting to get upstairs. Could be a few months, I don't know. We will do the music stream. I'm just going to give my lungs a week or two to fully recover, and then we'll do it. When I know when I think I'll be able to do it, like once my lungs are already better, I'll set a date then, and then we'll do it. I haven't forgotten about it. It's something that I do really still want to do. I just need to wait until I can speak properly and also sing properly. Talk about charity, quick update. I did the line drawing for the Starlight violin. You're doing a Starlight violin? Oh my god. Heck yeah. Oh, that sounds lovely. Oh, duck tattoo. I can't get a duck tattoo while I have bronchitis. Or COVID. Or any of the diseases I've had over the last month, I swear. But when I do get it, I'm planning to get it here. There'll be I might get 1 or 2 ducks, I'm not sure. But like a couple little ducks going along the side of my arm. So when I do get it, this is where you'll see it, because I figured that's where you'd see it the most. If I had it on this side of my arm, you wouldn't see it very often. If I have it here, you'll see it quite a lot. So we will get it. I just can't get a tattoo while I have active bronchitis, because that's not fair on the tattoo artist. And I don't think they let you do that anyway. Also, Bruna, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. We've just been going over our plans for the new year and all the stuff we want to be doing. Get on your forehead. True, I've got plenty of space. But probably nah. I don't know. I feel like if I got it there, it'd be like an extra set of eyebrows, because I kind of want the water underneath. I already have a pretty strong set of eyebrows. Hey, get better soon. Thank you. I'm a lot better than I was. Like, I wouldn't, like, the last 2 weeks I've had off because I had COVID straight into bronchitis, which I think is pretty common. Like, you know, if you're gonna have COVID, there are like a selection of people that get bronchitis or pneumonia afterwards. I was one of those people. But yeah, I'll be fine. Not quite a Starlight Violin. It's the winner. It's for in Brush's stream. Has a dragon in a world dream too. Oh my god, that sounds beautiful. Base prime real estate, at least 3 million for the land alone. Yeah, this is the other thing, it's very expensive. Like, listen, we did amazing on that charity stream, but like, I don't know. Like, wanna see? Yeah! If you've got it and you can pop it in the Discord, or you can pop it, you're a VIP, so you could also pop it in the chat. You pop it wherever you like. Oh dear. Meanwhile, I'm gonna try and, thank you. Oh, is it on Instagram? How did I miss this? It was only yesterday. I don't feel so bad. That's gonna be so cool. Oh my god, with the Aurora Borealis in the background. Hell yeah. That's gonna be so pretty. It's very detailed though. How are you gonna do all the detail on the tree? How are you gonna do that? Oh dear. Oh, music though. Oh, don't worry. I had them muted. Do not worry. Do not worry. I am not looking to get copywritten and stricken on the first stream of the year. But yeah, plan going forward. I will be hopefully streaming. I do still want to get 25 days in a row, or not days in a row, 25 days in a month. I am still going to be aiming for that, but probably there'll be a little bit shorter streams for the next week or so while I'm still recovering, and then we'll slowly get back into it. It's fine though. We're relaxed. We don't have any big projects going on right now. Yeah. Does making a costume cost more or less than buying it? It depends. It depends on the costume. If you're making a really big costume, like I'll use Mateus as an example. If you haven't seen Mateus, here it is. I'll use this costume as an example because this is a costume that would cost thousands to commission. So if you were to commission someone with this costume, you would be paying thousands of quid. Like that is just how it is. It's lots of pieces, it's wings, it's a tail, it's beaded head to toe. Thousands of pounds for this kind of costume. It cost me £200 to make it. But it also took a whole year. So it's a give and a take. What I would say is if you have no interest in making costumes, that's fine. Buy your costumes, that's all good. But it will normally be for bigger costumes cheaper to make it. For smaller costumes, it's a bit more in the middle because it could be quicker either way. It could be cheaper either way. Sometimes it's cheaper to buy, sometimes it's cheaper to make it. For big costumes, it's nearly and always cheaper to make it. So it depends. Are you looking for a really, really big detailed costume? Or are you looking for a really simple costume? If you're looking for a simple costume, it'll be cheaper to buy it. If you're looking for a complicated costume or a costume that fits you really well, it'll be more expensive to buy it and cheaper to make it. But at the end of the day, if you don't enjoy making costumes, I don't know why you would do it. Like, and that's not to like dig on you or anything. Like, you enjoy costuming how you enjoy it. Like, if you like it, but you don't like making them, you just like wearing them, that's fine. You enjoy it how you like it. But I don't understand why there'd be no reason for you really to go out and make a really big costume if you hated every step of it. Most people that make big costumes make them because they enjoy them. Yeah. Making costs time too. Yeah, that's the other thing. There's a time cost. Thousands of squid, all of the squid. Took 5 hours to draw all those swirls. I'm do this extra because I hate myself. The same for Brush's Violin. It got away from me and it just grew. If you want a really cheap option, go with a birthday costume. God damn it, Deb. Deb coming in like, why not naked? Want to make Zoro's kimono from One Piece? You could probably buy it pretty cheap, but it would be low quality. This is the thing. It's like for most of the time, if you commission, it'll be high quality and expensive. If you buy, it'll be low quality but cheap. How do you want to look? Do you care if you look cheap? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Sleeves, welcome on in. Thank you for the hydrate and Happy New Year. But the thing is, I will never make that decision for you, and I don't think any cosplayers should. The only thing I will say, and because I do believe it bears in mind, cosplay is also part of fast fashion in a lot of ways. If you find a costume online that's really cheap, it's probably made by slave labor. And there's no real good way of saying it. It's made by people in workshops that are underpaid. The quality is low, but it will be cheap. And the reason that it's cheap is because people haven't been paid to make it. But I am not going to judge anyone for buying those costumes. I think you should know that that's how they're made so cheaply. But I also, it's the same with like Primark. If you go and shop at Primark, I'm not going to say you're a terrible person. You shouldn't be allowed to wear clothes or anything like that. But I do think you should be aware of why the clothes are so cheap. I think and the thing is, if you still don't have any other options and you have to buy there, then you have to buy there. At the end of the day, it's not you that will make that change. It's the businesses and it's the policies and the rules that come into how the clothes are made. But I do think as a consumer, it's important to know why some things are cheaper than others. And a lot of the time it comes down to labor costs. If you can buy a bra for like £2, that's like barely covering the cost of the materials, let alone that the person has not been made to do that. Like, they've not been paid. Like, whatever they call you is against most policies. Sweatshops, yeah, sweatshops. Always love your pillow vote, thank you. That's fine. Again, I'm not here to attack anyone. I'm not here to tell anyone they're a terrible person for not having the money to spend on expensive commissions. I think it's important to know, but I think then you have to make that choice yourself. I don't agree with being willfully ignorant on this kind of stuff, especially as someone who makes clothing. Because I make clothing, because I make costumes. And what I will say is it's been a really nice thing. Like, people will come in and be like, I didn't realize it took this long. I didn't realize that this was what went into this process. I didn't realize that people did this. A lot of people still think clothing is made by machines, which it's just not. And I think there's this kind of idea that people are making clothing on machines, and that's why clothing is cheap. No, it's not. Like, fabric is printed by machines sometimes. Sometimes fabric is, like, I know there are certain jumpers that can be knitted by a machine, but the majority of fabric is hand sewn. Like something like this jumper that I got on right now, it's from a charity shop. I don't know where it's from, but like these seams, these are all done by a person. You know, this is in particular would have probably been knitted in squares. So not knitted by a person, knitted by a machine, then sewn together, but it's still been sewn together by a person. Yeah, save the poor sweatshop people, don't wear a bra. Just, it's free bra, free the boobs. Where there are still people who believe chocolate milk comes from brown cows. Yeah. I like the idea though. Listen, it's not real, but in a fantasy world, I love that idea. That different color cows produce different flavors of milk. Amazing. Like, if we could have like a pink cow for strawberry milk and a brown cow for chocolate milk and a white cow for vanilla milk, that sounds amazing. Hello, Salt, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. Happy New Year. I hope your New Year's been good. My coffee milk, that would be from like a darker brown cow, I'd say. Fit X was one of them. What, someone who thought cow? Oh no, oh no. I'm so sorry. Curious what they think strawberry milk comes from. Pink cows. Pink cows. Oh, cows have 4 stomachs. True, yeah. And like, depending on the stomach they use, that's the flavor of the milk. Oh, that's actually fantastic cow lore. Thank you. Thank you for adding to the cow lore universe. I like that a lot. Banana milk. Oh god, yeah, I forgot about that one. Oh dear. And thank you for the like, ICC. I hope you feel better soon. I'm glad I could get the real cow lore. This is real cow lore. Anything else, not real. Also, I am probably going to end stream there. I know it's a really short one. I'm sorry. I am still struggling a little bit with getting puffed out from talking, which is a little embarrassing. I think hopefully that will improve pretty soon. Right now, I talk for too long and I get very puffed out. But it's okay, because we're going to raid into another heckin' very sweet bean, so do stick around. I think we'll probably send you all towards Anime. Anime is making a costume for TwitchCon EU 2023, so in just a few months. So we'll probably send you all there. Ah, dear. She had a child now. I fear for their IQ. Oh, God. It took me 23 years before 5 years before I realised the big tree on Down Square does not appear magically every year. Wait, I've never even heard the brown cow thing. This is the first time I've even heard of it. Well versed in blue cow. Oh my god, blue cow. Blue cow. Oh, how are your holidays? I had bronchitis, but I was fine. We don't really celebrate that much anyway, so it was all right. Lovely to meet you this year. Lovely to meet you all this year. I will feel better soon. I will say, let's not raid into Cthulhu again. I'm so sorry, Cthulhu. My stream is just like, let's go into the person who raided us straight back. Oh God, I will feel better soon for sure. Like I am already a lot better than I was last week, and I was better than I was the week before. So we're getting there. I have weak lungs, so it's taking me a little while to kick this, but we will get through it, and then I'll be fine. I'm not worried anymore. Like my parents were like, check your oxygen levels. What are your oxygen levels at? What's your heart rate at? How are you doing? And I was like, I have the little monitors for your fingers. Just send them all my oxygen readings, but I'm okay now. I'm just getting puffed out a bit easier. But yeah. I will be back tomorrow, and then probably the day after, and then probably the day after, and then probably the day after. That's the plan, and we'll just be doing little things. We'll just be doing lots of little things. Just over the rain. Oh, Happy New Year's, Asylum. I hope it was all right. Yeah. I'll send you all over to Anime. Anime is a very, very sweet bean. They are making currently a costume for TwitchCon EU 2023. They're doing Venti from Guild Wars. Not Guild Wars. Ignore me. I love Guild Wars. Venti from Genshin Impact. It's the G. They both begin with G. A very, very complicated design, honestly, with a lot of different parts, but they're doing a really good job of it so far. So take care, everyone. Let me send you all over to Anime now.